Hi there. Do you have ADHD and are you looking to become a successful and profitable trader? Wonder whether you can be part of that 5% that have learned to consistently take money out the market? If you have the drive, the patience and self-belief, then welcome. This channel is for you. First, let me introduce myself. My name's Luke and this channel is dedicated to talking all things trading ADHD. I've been trading for about 6 years now, mainly forex and commodities. And I want to share my real experience, not the highlight reel version you usually see online, but the struggles, the mistakes, and how my ADHD played a huge role in my trading journey. If you struggle with focus, overthinking, or emotional trading, this video series will probably hit close to home. I first got into trading because of my cousin. He made it sound so exciting. The freedom, the flexibility, and the idea of working for yourself. That excitement hooked me instantly. With ADHD, when something grabs my attention, I'm all in. Trading became that thing. When I first started, I actually had some early success. I was obsessed, studying charts for hours, watching videos non-stop, and learning everything I could. I was told by my partner that there were 3 of us in the relationship. Me, her, and my mistress, the market. That hyper-focus helped at first, and I started thinking, maybe I'm actually quite good at this. I'd put 11 grand from my savings into a trading account. I'd managed to trade well and grow it, believe it or not, up to 18,000. The plan was to hit 20k and then take 10 out. I felt like nothing could go wrong. I was winning, I was unstoppable. But then a couple of months into my trading, I took a really big loss, and that completely crushed me. I lost 11,000 in one day. More precisely, I lost 11 grand stuck in a trade for 8 hours, not knowing what to do as my money dwindled away before my very eyes. In hindsight, I could have taken a small loss, but as the market moved quickly against me, I became trapped and I experienced paralysis. It wasn't just the money I lost that day, I lost my self-belief. That imposter syndrome that so many of us with ADHD hide came back and it hit me straight in the face. Who was I to think that I could trade? That day destroyed my confidence. The loss stayed with me mentally for weeks. I couldn't even switch my computer on. The thought of another loss was just too much to bear. But I felt like I had to do something, so I then became obsessed with researching every little thing I could about trading, believing that if I knew one more strategy, that crushing loss would never happen again. I started jumping from that strategy to this strategy. Every new idea felt like the answer. My charts were overloaded. RSI, MACD, moving averages, oscillators, you name it, I had it. With ADHD, I was constantly chasing stimulation and certainty, thinking more indicators would make me feel safer. Instead, I just became more confused. I struggled with impulsive trades, overtrading, and breaking my own rules. I would sit at the computer and start seeing trades and setups that just weren't there. I was delusional. I would jump in and take a few pips with little regard to risk management. I promised myself to stay disciplined, then I would act on emotion the moment trading moved against me. It was not uncommon for me to take 20 trades a day, and I'd promised myself I'd only take 2 or 3. I just couldn't keep my finger off the buy button. At one point, I even turned the sound on the entry notification off because my partner kept asking me, "Are you in another trade?" I knew what was wrong, but I could not stop. I had an account that I'd funded with £200, and this account I traded really well and I'd got up to 2,000. I was feeling proud of myself, thinking that I'd learned from all the mistakes. On this one occasion, I decided that the market was going to make a big move to the upside, but every time I entered, I got stopped out. The account was now sitting at 1,500, which sent me over the edge. I became triggered. The memory of my devastation lost from before. I'd worked so hard to be profitable again, but here I was making the same mistakes again. I thought to myself, I know what I'll do. I'll take £500 out of my savings to bring it back to 2,000. But in my infinite wisdom, I just kept trading. And before I knew it, I'd lost it. Back to 1,500. How does the famous saying go? Insanity is doing the same thing over and over and expecting a different result. Well, clearly, I was going crazy at this point. So after 2 embarrassing losses that I tried to hide from my partner, I seriously questioned whether trading was even possible for someone like me. My ADHD was just too much of a beast to tame. What eventually changed wasn't a magic strategy. It was learning how to trade with my ADHD instead of fighting it. I started simplifying everything: cleaner charts, fewer setups, clearer rules. Structure became everything for me. I'm not saying I have mastered everything in trading, far from it. I'm still learning, but I'm more disciplined, I'm more patient, and I'm more self-aware. I understand my strengths and weaknesses better, and that's made a massive difference. In the words of Jesse Livermore, one of the most famous traders of all time, money is made by sitting, not trading. As you can imagine, sitting still and doing nothing is like sticking pins in my eyes. It's taken me 5 years to get to this point I'm at now. A funded prop firm trader with a steady income stream. Believe me when I say anything is possible. And if I can do it, you can too. I'm sharing this because trading with ADHD can feel incredibly isolating. Trading in general. If you're struggling with focus, discipline, or emotional control, you're not broken or stupid. This channel is about being real, the wins, the losses, and the lessons learned. So guys, join me as I take you through my journey to becoming a profitable trader and help you avoid the many mistakes I made along the way. If this video resonates with you or someone you know, like, share, and comment below. And in the next video, I'll be talking about ADHD versus prop challenges and why they can feel almost impossible to complete. But in the meantime, guys, be safe and trade sensibly.